Assalamu alaikum. Today, I came to talk about the conspiracy of the Babylonian and the Pharaohs against humanity. Yeah, we're gonna stretch this, because today I came to talk about two big empires, the Babylonian and the Pharaohs, but I'm not here to glorify them. I ain't came to glorify them today. I will criticize them. I know it's unusual to think, I know it's an unusual thing, innit? Because most of the time, these two empires were put on a frame that they help humanity. But for me, I have another opinion, and I wanted to share my opinion in this channel, in my channel, because I think these two empires made a conspiracy against humanity that led most of human beings in the globe living unclear view and darkness and unsolved puzzle. and I am going to stretch this idea of mine. The conspiracy of the Babylonian and the Pharaoh led humanity in living in darkness and unsolved mystery and unsolved puzzles, like I said before. And I'm gonna start by the Pharaoh Empire that did put the structure of time and clock, and the Babylonian that put the structure and rules. So the Pharaoh put the structure of the clock, and the Babylonian put the structure and rules of the circle shape. And how this wrong twisted structure and rules of clock and circle shape played a big role in blurring the view of humanity, to keep humanity living in the second dimension. Like, we've been told that we can see only in 2 dimensions unless we use an aid. So, but what that abstracting view, you know, we've been taught that we only can see in 2 dimensions unless we put like a 3D glasses that we can move to the 3rd dimension. But this is a synthetic, how do you say, it's a synthetic dimension, synthetic view that human being made, to see in 3 dimensions. By the way, and I am on research on how the 3D glasses, you know, how do you call it? Adapted 3D glasses could help a trisomic. You know, a trisomic person live a normal life. That's a study that I'm trying to stretch, but let's get back to our subject. But like we said, the 3rd dimension view is a synthetic dimension. But to allow humanity to see in a 4th dimension view naturally without any aid, we need to correct both structures of clock and circle shape. Like Einstein said, every human should be able to see in the 4th dimension. It is just the wrong structure that reduces the humanity view of dimensions. And that's why basically we struggling to solve puzzle and mystery, and we getting help from AI, artificial. But I hope every person who sees this video will move from seeing life sequences in 2 dimension to the 4th dimension, and hopefully you will thank me. But let's start. Like I said, the Pharaoh was the umpire that put the basis and rules of structure, you know, of the structure of the clock, which this structure has a special relation with the shape of circle, like we all know. And for the rectification concept, I did my research on what base the Pharaoh, you know, and the Pharaoh and the Babylonian put these structures and rules of clock and circle shape. And I found out that the Pharaoh and the Babylonian did twist these structures. You know, both structures of circle rules and the structure of clock. Because they related to each other. And to start the correction concept, I started from from human being, you know, human being mother, you know, the mother where we come from, her teeth structure, I started from there. That represent, you know, 32 teeth. Here, for example, I show you here it is, how it is. And this all around represent 32 teeth. And 32 teeth represent 32 hours in our clock instead of 24 hours. So the day, sorry, like I said, the structure of 32 teeth represent 32 hours on a clock instead of 24 hours. So the day will have 32 hours. Every hour will have 32 minutes, and every minute will have 32 seconds instead. What we have been taught. So the day will have 32 hours instead of 24 hours. Because the day in the 2nd dimension will have 2,880 minutes, and that minute represent the precision of the view in a 2nd dimension. But in the 4th dimension, the view let me get the structure back, sorry. But in the 4th dimension, in the 4th dimension, the day will have 496 minutes that represent the dimension, the precision of the dimension view. And all this manipulation of structure by the Pharaoh, probably for slaving purpose or stealing the time from people. But this manipulation did reduce the view of humanity from the 4th dimension to the 2nd dimension. Now we are going to move, like, you know, I want to be short and quick. My video is starting getting. So now we are going to move to the Babylonian, and I'm going to explain the thing about the Babylonian. Sorry, it's getting, I don't like my video to be very long. So now we are going to move to the Babylonian, and how the twist of rules of circle shape did help twist the modification of the clock structure, and went unnotified for centuries as well. You know, we still don't know this. To rectify the rule and base of circle shape. I wanted to same thing as I did with the Pharaoh. I went to the Babylonian and researched it again on what base they did the Babylonian put the rules of the shape of circle. And I found out that the Babylonian did twist as like the Pharaoh and modify the rules, because the real structure and base of circle shape of clock is the same with the real structure is the same with the real structure. Sorry, how you know, so you have it on, you see you've got the thing on, and let's get back again. And I found out that the Babylonian did twist as well and modify the rules, because the real structure base and rules of circle shape is the same with the real structure of the clock. Like I said before, they related, and the Babylonian said that a circle shape have a 360 degree. As if we are hippopotamus, innit? The hippopotamus that have 36 teeth structure. The real base rule of the circle shape is 320, and that's how that comes from same structure as a mother human structure with 32 teeth, and every tooth represent 10 degree, which is 320 degree. By the way, my name is Riyadh, innit? Which Riyadh means a circle. Anyway, and basically today I did resume my theory of conspiracy of the Pharaoh and the Babylonian against humanity, to abstract the view and live in unsolved puzzles and mystery, which they should not be. But humanity all around the world still use these structures and rules, and that's why we still in peace and love. Thank you very much. You have a nice day. Sorry. Bye.